this kid I talked to sent me CP. You're going to fucking jail. But no, he can do it and get away with it because he can manipulate and lie and then pretend like that's
He makes
not
it
what was
to where
going on. And it's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, he makes it to where he's the victim.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's always the victim.
Yeah.
He makes himself the victim in every scenario, no matter what.
You're right. He manipulates it around to where looks like the victim.
He also projects what he does on the others, even if nobody does anything. He projects onto them what he's doing. Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
He did that to me quite a bit because he's like, "You did this and that." It's like that's what you did. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like that. Well, he's been getting away with it all his life, so he thinks he's going to continue to get away with it. But I hear his end is close. It's into his criminal conspiracies and his criminal activities and his using disabled people and doing what he does to them is nearing its end. So we'll have to sit back and watch.
Well, some of these disabled people are innocent. They are good people. And I did see, and not only that, he was trying to, he knows he could manipulate, they're gullible, and he's trying to turn them into flying monkeys to go harass people that he dislikes, like Melton John. And he's telling these retards, hey, go stalk this guy, Melton John, for me. And they're fucking doing it. And so that's a proxy. He's trying to harass people through proxy of, and he knows, he's like, let me get a bunch of degenerates and scumbags and stalkers and easily manipulatable retards in here to try to turn them into flying monkeys to go stalk people for me.
Jeannie says you're spot on, zombies. Yes, I agree, Jeannie.
It's hard to explain. And I've noticed people get triggered and upset when I try to explain this stuff to them. Well, and it's like they can't handle the truth. Not you guys or nothing, but some other people.
Dandruff agrees. He says this exploitation has to stop.
So what's the end game with Noodles, you think? What do you think the goal is, or what do you?
I think the goal is he's getting narcissistic supply, and he because he's got these women around him, and that gives him the supply. He's got the retards for the flying monkey and the and it gives him coverage for his sick fans that have that fetish. And a lot of people are really there's a lot of these communities are really obsessed with stalking retards. Like Cyrax, there's whole communities developed to just stalking Cyrax. And it's like, you know, the guy's retarded. He has half a brain. It's like, sure, he might be a scumbag, but he's working with half a damn brain. And I'm not trying to defend that. I'm just saying, like, they're not going after legit evil people. They're like, I'm going to save the world from this fucking retard that lives in his mom's attic or some stupid shit. Like, yeah, the guy's not a fucking threat, you know? Like, he looks like a fucking, you know, like a goblin or something. Like, and that's what they're kind of doing, is they're just using this for people's sadistic fetishes or something. I don't know.
Zombies, Jeannie wants to know what your background is. She's that you sound educated.
Not your backside, your background.
No, I went to public school. They wouldn't teach me. I got bad spelling, and my grammar's bad. I mean, they wouldn't. When I went to school, they wouldn't teach me. I'm surprised I know how to read and write, because when I went to school, it's basically like sit there, shut up, and do nothing. And I wanted to learn, and it's like they wouldn't teach you. So my education really sucks. I've had to self-educate myself on the damn YouTube, which ain't even the best thing to educate yourself with. And I wish could do better and be more educated, you know. But I went to public school, and they didn't really. I didn't go to no special ed or nothing, but you know, I think
Terminally,
it's just
I heard Noodles had the hots for Nick and Craig. Do you know anything about that? Who's Nick?
Oh, Craig. I don't know about that. I don't stay in the loop a lot because really, I don't cringe watch people that much. Maybe for like a second, and then I go, "Oh, this sucks," and I leave. And plus, you know, I got more things in life than to watch a bunch of idiots. Who's that guy?
You got a stalker out there?
That's what I'm wondering. If some stalker ain't driving fucking by, man, I swear that looks like a fucking dude that I know that's a stalker that's from YouTube. I ain't gonna say because if I say who it is, yeah, I don't know what the hell the guy's doing. He needs to be over there stalking somebody else. I don't know
Where
if
are
that
you
was
from?
him or not, man.
Put the camera on him so we can see.
He already took off down the road. I was thinking about showing it, but he already went by the time I could react.
If he circles back, put the camera on him, okay?
This is
Yeah.
breaking news. Who do you think it was?
I don't want to. If I say the guy will do it 10 times worse, so I'm kind of like, fuck. It's one of Noodle's friends, we'll say that, but one that he's trying to pretend like he's not friends with anymore.
Mm.
And I actually think fucking Noodles paid him to come fucking do this shit. And actually, the guy Noodles was doing the flying monkey shit where he kept telling the guy I was a P word, and he's like, "Yeah, go get this guy." But yet Noodles was telling him the shit he was projecting onto me. So he was telling one of his little buddies that I was doing what he was doing, but that's wrong. That's projecting. And it's like, I don't have anything to do with that. Like saying I talked to Botter or something. It's like, I've never fucking talked to Botter. I know people said you guys have, but I don't know about that or whatever. Plus,
we talked about her on a panel. I've never talked about her privately. It's ridiculous.
he's trying to say I've talked to the guy, and it's like, I ain't never talked. I'm not. I talk to people that I see their faces and I know who they are. And I can tell, even though you maybe not seen your guys' face, but I've seen John's, and then I've seen, I can tell you're older. You're not like a kid because I'm not dumb. I'm not going to be entrapped and talking to some fucking kid. Like,
well, it's funny that he tries to pin all of us talking to Botter when he was the one that was grooming Botter and talking to him from the very beginning. Who's the person who brought Botter into the community, right? Zombies?
I think he misses him because I asked him, I said, what do you think about this guy sending the cops after and pizzas? And he's like, I like it. You know, he's like, I use that for content and I like it when and it's like, so I know what he did is he attacked the kid and then he plays victim when the kid fights back. And it's like, if that's an adult, that's borderline fucked up. But if it's not an adult, no, that's not borderline fucked up. That's you crossed the boundaries and now you're harassing kids and playing victim.
Well, you tell me, if he was talking to a 14-year-old kid for several years, he knew that kid was under 18. 14 years old? Come on now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of sock
say,
accounts over there, and there might be other people he's talking to.
Go around and say all of us were talking to him. I never.
And he's obviously a degenerate and has a sexual fetish for retards because he's sitting over there asking a retard the SSD. And it's like, that's very clearly, plus, there's other people saying that he's sadistic and has sexual and it's like, wait a minute. So he's messing with these retards. That's sick, dude. A retard sexual fetish. And not only that, What about the women and the kids and shit? Like these girls over there, like were they fucking groomed or what the fuck's going on there?
Well, German lady, I don't believe anybody could talk to a 14-year-old kid for several years and not believe that it's at least somebody under 18. No way.
And he plays victim. He loves playing victim. He's, oh, I'm the victim. He's the only fucking alpha male that I know that could be the a victim of a fucking child. Yeah, no, that kid was fighting back. He was hurting him, and then the kid was trying to fight back. And guess what? A kid doesn't know how to fight back.
Right.
You know, they're going to purposely, and he knows that. He's like, yeah, I'm going to fuck with. So what he does is he antagonizes people to try to respond back. And then when any response you make, he's going to play victim. So that's cry bully. It's called cry bully and projection, gaslighting, all kinds of shit.
Carl the Cuck said he has a transgender fetish. That could be very true.
Yeah, because he likes attacking him, like Mountain John. Like he would send death threats to Mountain, and then when Mountain responded back, he would say, "I never said anything to the guy," and he would play victim. And it's like, no, you messed with him first, and then when he responded, you're like, I never said anything. So he sent me death threats, fucking all kinds of shit. And that's why he sent me a coat.
Yeah. German lady said
so he could dox me.
Camillo should go at Mrs. Hussey. She has a following and is connected to MFW and the Spider, John.
Oh, great.
You need to look into that because I think once you saw her, you wouldn't be approving of what's going on.
What do you think of the Spider?
I don't know. The Spider? I don't know.
Wiggy Widow?
I don't think I know who that is.
Noodles.
You don't know the Witty Widow, Wiggy Widow?
I think I've heard of him, but I don't think I've ever seen him. I don't know.
That's the one that's the fake cousin of Noodles.
No. I don't know if I know who that is. I'm not in the loop very well. I try to stay out of the loop. I only get in the only reason I really even talked to the guy is he was acting conservative. And I'm like, well, conservatives are good people. So maybe he's good people. No, I think he's lying. He's totally not conservative at all. He's only saying that to trick people into thinking he's good. And that's why he says he's helping these people. He's like, I'm helping these retards.
Yeah, I don't think he's helping them.
I don't think, he's not helping shit.
He does the thing and says, well, we're going to raise donations, but he doesn't let everybody know. He takes half the donations and keeps them for himself.
There you go. Well, that's a good
50% are used on whatever is being used on. So, you know, he's always looking.
Well, shoot, that could be a scam right there. I mean, if somebody's scamming,